Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Shangfa YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest updates across South Sudan and beyond. Today, we bring you an important update and serious update from South Sudan. This is not just another news story. These are real events affecting real people, families, children, and entire communities. In this video, we'll talk about three major developments. We'll talk about the United Nations decision about peacekeeping forces. Second, we'll talk about the destruction of a major hospital, leaving thousands without care. And finally, we are going to talk about growing political tension inside the country. Before we proceed, if you are new to Shangfa YouTube channel, I will ask you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin our report with United Nations extend peacekeeping mission in South Sudan. The United Nations Security Council has decided to extend the mission of peacekeeper in South Sudan for another year. This mission is known as United Nations Mission in South Sudan, or simply UNIMIS. On April 30, 2026, the Council voted on whether to continue the mission in South Sudan. In this meeting, 13 countries voted yes, but two powerful countries, Russia and China, choose not to vote. They abstained. This means the mission will now continue until April 30, 2027. So, why does this matter? Well, UNIMIS play a big role in South Sudan. Its main task include protecting civilians, supporting peace agreement, monitoring human rights, and helping deliver humanitarian aid. Without this mission, many areas could become even more dangerous. So, there were different opinions inside the United Nations. Not everyone agreed easily. The United States supported extending the mission, but with a strong message. The U.S. representative, Mike Wilde, say something important. He explained that peacekeeping should not last forever. In simple words, he was saying peacekeepers are there to help temporarily, not to stay forever while problems continue. He also said the government must keep peace, use public money responsibly, stop misuse of aid meant for citizens. Now let's look at why China and Russia did not vote yes. China representative Sun Li said that the resolution put too much pressure on South Sudan. He believes the government should be supported, not pressured. Russia also shared similar concern. Its representative Anna Evstikneva warned that outside countries should not try to control or weaken South Sudan's leadership. What does this mean for the people? For ordinary citizens, this decision brings mixed feeling. On one hand, peacekeepers can help protect communities. On the other hand, many people wonder why peace is still not stable after so many years. The big question remains, will the extra year bring real peace in South Sudan? Let's go to our next top story. Hospital destroyed in Jonglei. People live without care. A hospital that served thousands of people has been destroyed. According to this report, the hospital was run by Medicine Sans Frontier, MSF, also known as MSF or Doctor Without Border. It was located in Lankin in Jonglei State. On February 3, 2026, a bomb hit the hospital area when the SSPDF sent a helicopter and bombed the hospital. a warehouse with medical supply was destroyed by the SSPDF gunship. The hospital stopped working immediately after the bombing. The area was looted. After that, buildings were burned, equipment was destroyed, even children medical tools were not spared. So let's look at the impact. This is where the story becomes very serious. Before the attack, about 250,000 people depend on this hospital. Now, there is no hospital, no emergency care, no surgery, no treatment for disease. People are now exposed to preventable illness, complication, death, and so on. This hospital was not new. MSF had been working there since 1995. That means over 30 years of medical support gone. Sadly, this is not the only case. Since 2025, at least 12 attacks have affected MSF operation. 4 hospitals have closed, including Ulang, Olfangak, Akobo, and now Lankan. This shows a growing danger for health care in South Sudan. So here, what MSF is saying. MSF leader say they are shocked. They described this bullet hole in vehicles. They describe burned building. They talk about complete destruction of the hospital. They are calling for protection of hospital, safety for elder workers, investigation into the attack should be carried out. Let's pause and think. Imagine a mother with a sick child, a man injured in conflict, a pregnant woman needing help. Now, imagine there's no hospital, no doctor, no medicine, no help. This is the reality many people are now facing in Lankan. Let's move to our third top story, political tension in Apanal. There is growing tension inside South Sudan leadership. A political leader, Stephen Parkour, has given a strong order. So let's look at what he did, what he said. He told members of his group, do not take us before the governor. The governor is Jacob Dollarwood. Why is this happening? According to Parkour, he stated that the appointments were not done properly. They violated the peace agreement. He believed the process ignored important rules. So, who is affected? According to the report, several members were told to refuse the oath. Some had already been given positions like deputy speaker and members of parliament. There were warning of consequences. Stephen Parkour also gave a warning. Anyone who ignores his order may face disciplinary action, political consequences. So, this situation shows division within political group, weak trust between leaders, challenges in implementing peace agreement. At the center of all of this is the government led by Salva Kiir. This government is led by Salva Kiir Mayardit. We have seen 3 major issues here. International involvement, like United Nations mission extended. Second, humanitarian crisis, where hospital destroyed by SSPDF. Third, political instability or internal conflict. These are not separate. They are connected. When politics is unstable, security becomes weak. When security is weak, hospital and civilians suffer. When people suffer, international help increases. So, behind all these stories are people. No politician, no organization. There are people, family trying to survive, children needing cares, and communities hoping for peace. South Sudan is at a critical moment. Peacekeepers are staying, hospitals are closing, and politics are dividing. The future is uncertain at this point. But one thing is clear: the people need peace, the people need protection, the people need support. Thank you for watching. If you are new to Changfa YouTube channel, I would like you to tap the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's meet on the next video.